We jump straight into the action as I am at Phong Nha, visiting the Dark Cave Adventure Park, a riverfront activity park with a few thrilling attractions. First up, ziplining. The zip line takes you down to the other side of the river, where after a short swim, we find the entrance to the cave. The Dark Cave really lives up to its name, as we are all provided with head torches to help make our way through the darkness. Dark, narrow corridors make this by far the most claustrophobic cave on the journey so far. And eventually, you have to wade through muddy water to get further down into the cave. Once out of the cave, it was onto some kayaks to paddle back along the river. Then, a fun little zip-line obstacle course. And the day ended with a rainstorm. But at least it held off until the very end. Myself and a couple backpackers from the hostel I was staying at rented some mopeds for the day. The plan was to visit a couple tourist attractions in a nearby national park. The first of which was Dong Thien Duong, yet another cave. But despite having visited many on this trip, I was never getting bored of them, because each one has its own style and personality. Fancy walkways, bright white spotlights and information plaques made this one feel kinda like a museum. Two things I'll never get bored of: caves and waterfalls. Speaking of which, the next stop was a botanical garden within the national park called Diem Du Lich. Complete with waterfall and hiking trail. The trail follows along the riverbank through the dense jungle. Despite the tree cover, it was absolutely sweltering, and with the high humidity, I was glistening with sweat. But fortunately for me, the trail led us to an incredible little swimming hole. The perfect way to cool off. Oh yeah, there were crabs and fish in the pool too. For the next couple stops on my travels, I didn't do a whole lot of filming, which is easily my biggest regret of my time in Southeast Asia. Like here in Da Nang, I actually visited quite a cool little market where I brought my Vietnam vest from, but didn't film any of it. The only footage I have is from my first night where I went exploring the local area. And after a few days in Da Nang, I moved on to Hoi An. I was staying at a bit of a party hostel, where I regularly went out for food and drinks with the other backpackers, but again, I didn't film any of it. I only have a few shots of one of the tamer nights at the hostel. After a few days in Hoi An, I was on another night coach, making my way to the next destination.